So you just got pre-approved for $200,000 or $300,000 and you want to know, how much house can I buy in the state of Georgia? Hi, I'm Carlos Colon with Georgia Perimeter Homes, and that's today's topic. Great to see you guys. Let's start with $200,000. We're in the state of Georgia. It's important to mention, right now is the end of the third quarter in 2020, so we're going to be talking about right now and leading into the fourth. So, for $200,000, if I'm on the south side of Atlanta or just on the south side of the perimeter, we're probably going to get an okay home, but we're extremely competitive at the $200,000 price point. What that means is a lot of buyers are jumping all over each other. It's like piranhas fighting for that price point because the market is so thin there. Okay, if you rewind the clock a year ago, this was okay. It was like $300,000 today is where $200,000 was back then. So you had plenty of options back then, but because inventory is so low, people have less to choose from. So maybe you think that it's okay, we'll see 10 homes and then we'll decide. Okay, you don't have that option right now in today's market. If you're only at a $200,000 approval, it's not to say that it's a low price point, but it's to say it's extremely competitive. So make sure you speak with your agent about a strategy that's going to get you through the door and execute when you want to pull the trigger on the right home. So we may not have the luxury of looking at 10 homes and deciding that that first one was it, because I promise you the first 6 will be gone by the time that you pull the trigger. And so it's important to understand that leading into the market. Make sure you speak with your agent about what strategies are going to work best for your situation. So south side of Atlanta, we're going to be able to get a 3-4 bedroom home. A 4-bedroom home at $200,000 is going to be really good, but your condition may not be great. Now, let's shift the area now. If we're talking closer to Lake Lanier, let's say we're talking Flowery Branch, let's say we're talking Buford, Gainesville, all 3 of those areas, $200,000, we'd be very lucky to get a detached home at all that's in decent condition. Okay, so the term piranhas doesn't even cover it in those areas for $200,000. Okay, we're going to be okay if we're at $300,000 in those areas, but at $200,000, it's going to be even more competitive up there. So we're going to start having condition issues for detached dwellings. We're more likely to get a pretty good townhome at that price point, but in doing so, we're also going to be experiencing an HOA question. We'll go into that conversation in a different video. Okay, so just understand in those areas it's going to be very different. In Barrow County, for example, appreciation is immense there. If you're anywhere from the $190,000 to $230,000 price point, one of the things that we're seeing right now is people will price at $230,000 or $240,000. The appraisal still comes in at $225,000 or $220,000, and then we sell anyway. But then we also see some buyers that really are bringing in the difference, and they're bringing in $10,000 above appraisal price to be able to get the home that they really want. That's driving up price points in the area. So just understand, we've got to be very aggressive with what we're looking for. Now, let's talk about a different area in the same price point, because that whole conversation just changes as soon as we go $200,000 in Macon. That's a different conversation. Macon seeing appreciation, there's no question about it, okay? But that $200,000 price point in Warner Robins or Macon is nowhere near the exact same as we're talking about in Atlanta and around it. And so it's important to understand that conversation. Same thing applies for somewhere like Savannah. Savannah's closer to the equivalent of Atlanta, maybe not as aggressive, but that $200,000 price point, it's not going to get you as much as it will in areas like Dublin, Macon, Warner Robins, and Columbus. And so depending on where you're moving in the state of Georgia, you've got to understand how aggressive you need to be in submitting offers, how quick you need to be to the table in order to get that signed, okay? And so for us, for example, the way we run our company is all offers received, on Friday evening, for example, will be presented the next business day. Well, that means over the course of 2 days, we might have 4 or 5 offers come in on that home. And so if you're going to submit a lowball offer and hope that by Monday afternoon that your offer was the best one, that may not be the best strategy depending on what area we're submitting an offer for. And so make sure that your agent guides you in that, and if they don't, ask the question and let them speak. so that we know what we're dealing with here. All right, now let's shift the topic. $300,000. What does that get me? Okay, when we're talking about somewhere like McDonough, Henry County, Covington, anything around those areas, $300,000 is going to get you a pretty good home. New construction is moving in the 250s to high 200s, and so yes, it's very realistic. We can choose from new construction to resale, and we can be a little more relaxed on taking our time a little bit. We can see 5 to 10 homes and be able to make a decision there. Do I recommend that you see 5 to 10 homes? No. I always recommend that you sit back, create a list of wants and needs, and also where you need to be as far as locations, and if you have children and school systems is important for you, have that conversation on the front side, narrow down the field, so that when we have something that checks all the boxes, what are we waiting on? Okay, and so that's the important part, to be able to have that. And at $300,000 in those areas, we can do that. Now, to change areas, $300,000 in Buckhead probably won't get you anything. It'll probably get you something, but it won't be a nice, beautiful home that you can get elsewhere. So it depends on what part of Atlanta I'm in, and to be told, truth be told, you can go 3 blocks down and go from $200,000 to $400,000 in Atlanta very quickly. So you've got to understand what area we're in, and also what condition and what kind of renovation or new construction issues have been done, or challenges have been dealt with in the past year in that area, and also what direction it's moving in. So one of the big things that's happening right now is Beltline properties. So if you don't know what that means, we'll do another video to cover what the Beltline is and where it covers. And so you want to make sure you pay attention to that, because that's where a lot of property values are increasing. And we have a different video where we discuss condition of your property. And there's some poor condition properties that are going for $100,000. And so you want to really know what you can get for your money. So if I was shopping for $300,000 homes, yes, in this particular time, I can be a little more relaxed. But if I'm shopping in downtown Atlanta, when it hits the market, I want to pull the trigger and make sure that it's in the right condition. All right. If I'm shopping in somewhere like Dublin, $300,000, yeah, I can sit back, or Milledgeville, I can sit back. Augusta, I can sit back, I can take my time, wade through the traffic, see what options I get, and then pull the trigger. Okay. Anywhere else, like I said, parts of downtown Atlanta, Lawrenceville, Buford, I mean, even $300,000, you've sometimes got to be very, very aggressive if you're looking for a lot of space, especially for basement homes that are in great condition. They're going to be in also great school districts. They're going very, very quickly. And so you've got to do everything you can to get in the front of the crowd and stand out above all the other offers that are going to be on the table within a 24 to 48 hour period. All right, you guys, I hope that helps you out. I really want to have a conversation with you guys. If you have questions about this, no matter what time of the year it is, reach out to us, 770-314-1285, and we'll talk about your particular pre-approval, what area you're looking for, and what's the best strategy depending on what your wants and needs are in order to be able to get you into that home. Thanks, you guys. Y'all take care. Bye.